Hello, my friends. So I'm going to have to move what we do on Thursday to today, but Thursday I will still do a tutorial. On Thursday, Ben and I are going to head out to LA with Rare Beauty. I was invited. I'm so honored. Y'all notice I don't really go a lot of places, but I was invited this and I'm very excited to attend. And it's for the launch of the new powder, so I'm really excited. All that being said, I'm going to move Thursday, what we do on Thursday here, but I will be able to do a tutorial at some point on Thursday. So we're just swapping days. And then remember how last week we had the hurricane? Well, the day that the hurricane came was Ben and I's anniversary, and Ben just told me, like, pack extra clothes. I planned something, so we're going to do something while we're there. So after Thursday, I might not be able to do a tutorial on Friday. I don't know what he has planned, but we're going to celebrate our anniversary. I'm super excited. Look what I ordered. I ordered 3 shades. Now listen, I never want you to feel like you need to purchase 3 shades. What I'm doing is I'm kind of seeing the undertones, where we're at, if there really are a neutral, if they're a cool, if they're labeled right. I do the research. You do not have to do the research. Let me do it. Gotta get my hair off there. And if you're ever wondering what I do with the things, I keep them for reference because there's brands that come out. There might be a high-end brand. I want to compare the shade range. I keep anything that I use, I definitely keep, and I keep it for reference. I have an archive. You never know. One day I might want maybe my own makeup line. So I would want, that's not happening. I don't want anybody to think that that's put out there, but I mean, it's obviously something that I've dreamed out forever. No, Just Brushes, not in the works. Do not get excited, I promise. But it's just, I keep things to reference for later, even if it's for the brand, if it's something I would want 1,000 years from now. It's all research to me. I look at this like research. So the shade I have here is light neutral. We're gonna swatch that one first. I'm gonna swatch it here on my jawline. Actually, I'll swatch it here. See, to me, that's already not very neutral. It's a little warm. Just a hair. I even see a little bit of olive in it. I guess let's not judge until it dries down. We know that. I am pretty excited though. Okay, so here's light. This is light cool. Okay, no, that's definitely not cool. And those feel almost identical. This is why I buy so many, so you don't have to. And then we have medium cool, which I think is the one I'm gonna be because of the sun right now. Let's wait till they dry. That feels a little too peachy. So peach is still going to be warmer. And then I'm just going to put a little extra. Same shade, of course. I just want to really check them out. So I'm going to let them dry down. I'm going to give them 10 minutes. Now, I know that seems like a very long time, but it kind of has to get accustomed to your skin. It has to dry down. The pigments need to dry down. There's just a lot of factors, so we're gonna let that dry down. Okay, while these are drying down, I wanna talk about these. These are interesting. So remember the Maybelline one? I love this color and I love this one, but the other colors in here are different. They're not colors that we would normally see. That's not a bad thing. They're just very different. So I thought we could swatch these. There is one that's really pretty. This is the one that I would use after the pink one. I'm gonna swatch them all, okay? And then I will kind of list them out here in order. That's the shade. I'm gonna audibly say it. That way we don't lose track. This one is 06 City Sizzle. And then let me put that one back. I'm gonna speed it up too. We'll go through it. See, that's an interesting shade. So that's interesting because to me, that's more in a bronzer territory, but it is called blush. They're all called blush. Okay, we're gonna hop over here to this one. And I am just gonna go ahead and label them. And then this is shade Soul Search. I don't think I would reach for them as a blush, but then I feel like we have enough liquid bronzers, and that's what's a little interesting. So these all have a little bit of, as you can see, a glow to them. This one's more of a matte shade, and this is the one that I would reach for. That's a fun color. And I'm keeping them in order so I won't lose track. They're definitely gonna be labeled right. Here's that pink one. That's such a good color. It's so good. So as these are drying down, this neutral one actually looks like the best match. So at least we found that out. And then here's the shade, Uptown Glow. This one's a matte too. Let's see, no, I better do it this way. Seeing how many I had left. Isn't that pretty? Really true peach. Kind of want to do a look with that one. Remind me. No, it's so pretty. Very, very pretty. I love that. But these are the different shades again that are the glowier bronzy shades. Which again, I think they're really, really beautiful. It's just interesting to be labeled as a blush. It's not that serious. It's not serious at all. This one is just called Electric Bronze. I feel like that's more, that one actually is a little bit more eyeshadow territory, even for a deeper skin tone. Because that would become more of a highlight and not a blush for a deeper skin tone. And then this one's fun. You could use this one to warm up your concealer. I feel like that and that would be a nice sunset blush. If we're still into that. I'm into everything makeup. And then last but not least is Sun Tempt, which I'll just put here. That could be a really cool bronzer transition. I feel like that's a really good shade. Okay, I'm gonna pull out a couple of these shades. Was it that one I liked? The more bright one? No, that's that one. I like the brighter one. Oh, there it is. It's next to it. Actually, I'm going to keep that one out too. And the one I just swatched again, which is that one, that was Downtown Rush. And then this is the brighter one. Or was that? I've lost track of everything. Yep, got it. All right, so I'm going to pull these out. All right, it's been long enough. They're not changing color anymore. That one is going to be a pretty good shade for me. I'll wipe. This is pretty. I like this. I'm gonna wipe all of it off and we'll put it on just my cheek and look at it. I'm excited. I'm not usually neutral, so I'm interested in it. I'm just gonna put it on the back of my hand. I do like how it comes out. See how it comes out like silly string? I'm such a, I don't know what I am. Silly string. Okay, let's put it here, smooth it out. You could do that with a spatula. Just make sure you watch my next reel, my last reel. Okay, let's even this out. It's a really good match once you blend it out. Yeah, add some more here. It's not as full coverage as I thought it was gonna be. I like that. I already have a full coverage. This looks so nice. I'm excited. I'll take it with me and I will be wearing it to see how it wear test. Okay, so here it is. It is very blurring. I like the way that it looks on the skin. The match is perfect. I would not have thought neutral. And that's why I buy so many. That way you can know that if you lean a little bit cool, maybe hop over to a neutral. That's what I'm here for. All right, I'm just gonna let that sit. I'm not gonna finish my makeup because I wanna film a couple videos because I'm gonna be gone. I can do stories, but filming at home is obviously just so much easier, so. What else should we try? Let's try this out. So this is a concealer from Maxine's Revenge. I've definitely heard of the brand. This will be the first thing that I've tried. This is their concealer, and I'm gonna be using shade Fair Peach. And remember, I don't have anything over here. Let's just see what happens here. This is the concealer brush from the Essential Travel set. Ooh, that's nice. Whoa, it just keeps going and going and going and going. Very brightening, but also not too light on my skin because I'm not seeing a shadow peek through. Okay, so we didn't need that much. Well, maybe we did. I'm just saying a little goes a long way. I always try to be careful how I word things. I don't want anyone to feel any judgment here. If you want to wear more, you wear more. If you want to wear less, wear less. That looks really beautiful. So this is a concealer that is giving a lot of coverage, but it doesn't have, I wouldn't say it's the most full coverage. Compared to the Jouer is still going to be a lot more coverage, but this is a really good kind of in between that. It also feels like I just put skincare on, so that's a good thing. We're going to keep testing this out, but I really, really like the way that it looks. I have powder right here. Let's set it and see what happens. Or not. I need to order more puffs on Amazon. Yes, I actually do that sometimes. You just can't beat Amazon shipping. Alrighty. You know what? Even as I'm sitting here, I haven't really tapped back over it, and it's not really creasing. I'm setting with the Givenchy powder. I think this would be really good for mature skin. Isn't it funny how I just do so many different angles? I know what I'm looking for though. Do you know how many concealers I've put on now? And how many powders that I've set with? That is really good. And I will say this under eye actually has more fine lines than this one. Okay, that's a concealer I might reach for, especially for a in a hurry, quick, bright under eye. All right, stay tuned. I'm gonna actually take this with me to test that. I'm gonna take that and this foundation to test while I'm gone, and I'll keep you updated. The longer this sits here, the more I like it. Remember, I don't have any powder over here. This is obviously going to have a cutoff line, but where we're looking at the concealer is about right there, and I just love the way that looks. But then I love the way that this looks, and I don't have any powder there, and that just looks that's a really, really good match. I would have never picked a neutral if I was going to just pick one of them. I totally forgot, it's Amazon Prime Day. Right now, Sheila, the C40 and the Essential Travel Set are 30% off if you want to check it out. I forgot it was Amazon Prime Day. I have to go shop, but I'm going to stay here, but I'm going to shop after this. It's Amazon Prime Day. How did that slip my mind? Okay, I was going to film with this today. This is going to be something I'm not going to put down. Now, it's going to be spicy priced, but it's also something a lot of us don't need, but maybe you travel. Working makeup artists, for me, because I do so many different looks, then I can just grab one palette. This is new from Kevyn Aucoin. So these are going to be matte. I know I keep laughing because this is literally a dream palette for me. So that looks a little shiny, but they're not. These are going to be the matte shades. These are, where'd Sheila go? These are the highlights, and then we have a bronzer shade, and these are wildly pigmented. So if you just barely touch that, I can use that as bronzer. That's going to be a contour, and then 2 blush shades, even correcting shades, and these are all powders, by the way. Look at that. So what is special about this is obviously quality. Quality on this is going to be wild, and what we're going to get from quality is longevity, pigment, blurring, smooth, everything we want. Or again, these are all powders, and I haven't stopped using it. You probably haven't seen it yet because it's very, very new, and I've only had it like 3 or 4 days, but when I get done, I hop off and I film because I want to test. Even before I show you something, this is an investment. So I don't want to just be like, oh yeah, it's great. I have to test these things, especially this kind of thing, because this is a major investment, and I do understand that. But again, it's not going to be for somebody that doesn't if you don't do your makeup every day. No, it's probably something, or maybe you don't travel a lot, probably not. But if you're a working makeup artist, you travel a lot, or you do your makeup at least 5 times a week, whoa, this is good. So let's take this shade. And it's not going to be as bright as that white powder I used the other day, but look at that. And it's so blurring. And you would use these kind of powders after. I feel like this is a very much once you get your base laid down, and you can use these as eyeshadows. It's just so universal, and this is more than going with me on my trip right now. In fact, I want to film with it today, but then I'm also afraid I'm going to forget it. And this is what I'm going to take. I might take a shimmer shadow, but I'm taking this, and these are going to be my shadows, because even those three together on your eyes and even a little bit of that on your lid. Well, actually, you know what? I might not even have to worry about that, because I could just do that. They're so pretty. Look at how natural that looks too. I'm telling you, it's exceptional. I never want you to feel hype, but I'm a makeup lover. I love it, and I do get excited with it, but don't ever feel like you need to buy something because it excites me. We're all here to just have fun. Different things might excite us. This is not, I don't want you to feel like this is a must. It's not a must. It really isn't. But do I absolutely love it? And do I feel like it's an updated version of new formulas, the best on the market at the moment? Yes. And I'm having a lot of fun with it. And this is my new makeup baby. Oh, I forgot. Rare Beauty sent me one more shade of this powder, and I actually love this color even more for me. Look at how deliciously cool that is. Thank you so much. Y'all, the range is so good, but I do want you to keep in mind, we do not have to be accurate with this. And the reason why is because it's still just a tint. Why we want a tint from a finishing powder. Finishing powder goes last, but why we would want a tint is anytime you can continue your shade, it doesn't have to be perfect, but anytime you add, again, a nice layer of your shade on top of everything, the blur that it gives to your face and your makeup is exceptional. So sometimes this is a traditional finishing powder. You can see that it will kind of go away, but it runs the risk, especially if you have a darker skin tone, of leaving a cast, which you can definitely see there. So I can't recommend these enough, and now I have a perfect shade. For reference, here's that tinted powder. See that? And then here you can see that cast on a more traditional finishing powder. So I'm actually sad that I bought this, okay? Because now I prefer this one. But hey, I'm happy to have it for reference. I was trying to think if there's anything else that I've tried recently that didn't work out. I don't think there is. I've showed you this before, but every time I wear it, I get a million compliments. It is my favorite color lipstick now, and I'll wear it with a little bit darker lip liner, and it's just so pretty. And then once it dries, I don't even have to reapply it all day. I'm talking 12 hours plus. And I literally want to go find another one. I'm afraid I'm going to run out of it because I think it's my favorite lipstick shade of all time. I love it so much. And this is the lip liner that I pair with it, and it lasts me all day. The only thing I would have to retouch is the glossy part, which is nothing. I'm not gonna make it perfect, but I love it so much. All right, I added the gloss on top. So comfortable. Also, put that back in my bag. Put that back in my bag. I'm not forgetting that. I would be lost without this lip color now. As I'm taking stuff like the Rare Beauty powder out of my bag, I'm freaking out trying to put it back. I will forget it. I don't trust myself. I forget things, and then I have to make a trip to Sephora. And then when you go to Sephora, you gotta buy something. Well, I do. Okay, update on the e.l.f. It's not changing color. I have no powder on it, and I don't even dislike the way that it looks completely wet. I'm excited. I think that other than the mismatch of Undertone, listen, brands, listen. If you need help with undertones, you just go ring-a-ling-a-ling. Rose is gonna answer. Rose will help you. I've never said that before because I always expect that someday we're gonna get it, right. It's not even range. I'm loving ranges. We're getting ranges, but we have to think of undertones within each section and labeling them right. As a person that has been playing with undertones for a very long time now, to call something warm when it's cool or cool when it's warm, because it just continues to confuse the consumer. I don't need to be confused. I just feel that for so long, even myself, I was so confused because of mislabeling and things being called something that they're not. So I don't want anybody to be confused anymore. I want it to just be, when something is cool, it's cool. When it's neutral, it's neutral. When it's warm, it's warm. When it's peach, it's peach. So I really just, I wish that we could get to that. We got our ranges right, okay? We got 40, 50 shades. We got that right. But then we still don't have calling the undertone exactly what it is. But I'm sure we will one day get there. And I will be so happy. Because I don't want anybody to be confused, because that is one of the most confusing things ever, and it makes makeup not fun. And you know what? Makeup is supposed to be so much fun. It's our art project on our face. All right, friends, that's going to be it for today. I'm going to try to do my airport makeup. I'll get up early and do that with y'all. I'll get up really, really early. I don't know what time our flight is, but I know it's earlier than usual. So I'll try and do my fun little airport makeup look for y'all. And I think that's everything for today. I love you all so much, and thanks for letting me switch days. Again, on Thursday, I know I'll be able to do it in the evening. It might be quick, but it'll still be a makeup tutorial, and I'm sure I'll do something smoky and fun, and I'll be using that palette. Ooh, I love that Kevin Aquan palette. Okay, I love y'all so much. I think I'm going to post tonight, so I will see you there.